I've never left this weekend happy, which sucks.
To say that I don't have expectations is not the same as saying like I don't have goals.
Yeah.
I would like to last all the way through Sunday. I think that would be awesome. I've never been top 20. I've been 36th, 23rd or 22nd or what, I don't even remember, and then 27th. I've never been top 20. And then with cuts, I would like to last all the way through Sunday. Every year feels like the last year. And I don't want my last, like I didn't want my last attempt to end in failure.
What's going on with the rope climbs? Your feet were slipping or something?
Dude, I don't know. Plastic's not the grippiest of materials for a rope.
Yeah,
So,
I saw it was like from your first climb.
Yeah,
I saw it, yeah.
it was immediate. Like, I'm not, rope climbs are generally a good movement for me, so I didn't do a bunch of them the past few weeks, and these are pretty new shoes for me. Never worn them before,
Yeah.
so it's a bit frustrating. And I mean, really, it's just an excuse, but it's frustrating nonetheless. Dude, the athletes here are so good. Like that. I mean, nothing. There's no event that you can kind of like just take for granted. I think my confidence got immediately shot after that. Like just the immediate feeling of like I don't belong here.
After that last workout?
Yeah, you know. And I know it's not the truth, but it's like the way you feel whenever you finish like that in an event. You're just like, what am I doing here? You know, I don't belong here with these guys. But I've got a lot of events to fight and get as many points as I can, and whatever it shakes out, it shakes out.
What do you do with that between now and the next event? Do you just like swallow it? You just pretend you didn't think it?
I mean, you recognize it and then push it out. It's like,
do you know it's illogical?
I'm told it is. I know it's not a good thought to have because I'm here. So like, if I have that thought, like it just leads to more negativity, and that's not helpful. And so it's like, I think it puts a lot of fear in your head going into the next event. Of like, okay, like I just came off of like a really bad finish. What if this next event is also a really bad finish, and then tonight's another really bad finish, and I leave this weekend with just like this realization that like someone else deserved to be here instead, and that's just a shitty thing to feel. Ultimately, like, I think you and I talked about expectations going into the weekend, and like I had none other than to perform my best.
Yeah.
I know that's like that wasn't my best.
Yeah.
And so I guess the only goal moving forward is, okay, see what your best is on these next events. I mean, in burpees and in echo bikes, there's no excuse for a shoe malfunction. I needed that really bad.
Has that allayed any inner demons you had after the one before?
No, I feel like the lesson I learned on the previous event is just going to stick. And just like it's going to be in my mind for the rest of the weekend. Like every event, I mean, every athlete is so talented, like you can't, there's no room for error. And, you know, while my goals might not be to stand on the podium, it's like I want to do as best I can. And that previous event wasn't, and so like I've got to hold on to those demons. That was everything I had on both of those. I can't be upset with that. That was it. Wow. That's a PR mile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You happy?
How can you not be? I mean, you can't ask for a superhuman effort from yourself here. Like, you're only as fit as you train to be, right?
Yeah.
And so whenever you PR your mile, it's like, would I have liked everyone else to be slower? Maybe. And dude, that group of guys, our heat behind Ricky, they were all clumped in within 5 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
It was just a continuous peloton.
So I went out there, I was like, dude, I gotta get this one. I told him I could see mom back and forth.
He's like 70.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of.
I got 30th in the track and field event with a 5:20 mile. That sprint was everything I had. Like, I know I'm pretty fit. These boys are these guys are so good. It's insane.
Say it hurts to live this way. I don't mind the pain, and I like to feel the shame of it.
I don't know if it was the fact that like I tried to immediately eat and go to bed last night or what, but like 50 and 70 reps in maybe, I started cramping, like in my groin and my quads and my hamstrings, and then it just kind of didn't stop. So I just like I cramped the whole time, and I just like couldn't get it to go away.
So when you see someone stop on their very last rep, you know there's something bad wrong.
Dude, I was going to face plant if I stepped because I was cramping so bad. Everything, my chest, like everything's cramping.
Okay.
It's the games, baby, it's tough. Morning, Peter.
Red Bull.
Yeah.
It's a terrible choice of beverage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause it just tastes like shit.
I love
Does
it.
it not just make you think of being in college and drinking?
I didn't drink in college.
Do you drink now?
Not really.
Ever?
Not much.
Or no?
I mean, like important celebrations, like weddings and after events like the games. Yeah.
So you get shit faced tonight.
Probably. Yeah.
You got fitted for a yoke.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
I took a lesson from like 2018 where I was like, I want to have to lift up as little as possible and get it off the ground. So like I lifted it up in 2018 in my sizing and got it, 4 or 5 inches off the ground. I was like, that's good. It'll be heavy, and I want to stand that high with it. But as the yoke got heavier, it just compressed me more and more. By the time I got the last weight, I was like locked out, but it wasn't off the ground.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I chose a much shorter yoke this time. Dude, I woke up and I was like, I am hurting. Like from basically neck down, every single muscle was sore. It was like getting hit by a truck, but it's gotten looser.
What did you do? Just shower and stretch?
Hobbled downstairs, drank a cup of coffee, sat on the couch for a little bit, and then started kind of moving around. And now I'm feeling okay.
Are you?
So,
How's the body?
wrecked.
One more.
One more.
How was that last one?
Just more hinging.
Joyous.
Yeah.
What do you
back's
feel about
pretty-
it? What do you feel about this one?
Honestly, I have no clue. I don't know. It's gonna hurt bad. But I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of doubting myself quite a bit, Part of the course, though. I mean, I think every athlete deals with that at some point. And I'm just dealing with it this weekend. Trying to figure that part out mid-competition, right before it ends. It's not the best time to figure that shit out, but you try to put it out of your head before each event, and then each event kind of just brings it back,
Is that just because you're finishing a workout and you're seeing people on the finish line already? Is that, and it just kind of compounds it?
Yeah, I mean, outside looking in, you'd be like, oh, well, you're competing with 29 of the other fittest people in the world. You should be proud of what you're doing. And at the same time, like, well, I had certain goals coming into the weekend, and I'm not meeting the standards that I kind of set. And so it hurts, but that's the price you pay for entering this competition. I think it's like the quote is like, embarrassment is the price of admission. Well, comparison truly is the thief of joy, especially for people at the top of their profession or sport. And when you compare yourself with 40 of the fittest men in the world and you're trailing the pack, it's, I mean, frankly, I'm like a little bit disappointed in myself and my preparation. And I'm not sure what I did wrong, or I'm gonna kind of have an idea of where it went wrong, but I'll kind of deal with that after the games and not right now, So at this point, I don't even know how to strategize workouts anymore.
That's the spirit.
I mean, it's like I don't know. I'm having quite a bit of self-doubt at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit raw.
Yeah.
But it's the truth of things, right? That hurt.
Spell any demons?
I almost shit myself. If that counts for expelling demons.
Yeah.
My stomach was hurting so bad, I couldn't trust a fart out there. This evening will be hard. I think whether I had a weekend that lived up to my standards, like my goal, or I had a weekend that was below my so-called expectations, this evening will be hard regardless, because it's like a closing of a chapter. The weekend, I mean, the season it's 6 months long, and it takes so much of your life. You sacrifice so much with loved ones, and there's a lot of emotion that's involved in that for everyone. A lot of doubt. Some of that doubt proves to be false. Some of it manifests into performance. It's a lot. I've never left this weekend happy, which sucks.
What would it take to be happy?
Probably some self-work. And I worked a lot on that this year. And I went into semis without expectations and the belief that I could make it back here. Kind of only deciding to compete this year as an individual in January. And as long as I'm enjoying it, I'll keep doing it. And I enjoyed all of it. Honestly, I enjoyed this weekend as well. But that doesn't mean that there's like pieces of you that are kind of just left empty. And maybe the answer is no matter what, this will never fill that hole. And maybe it's something else internal or external, divine or human, that might fill that hole, Because like I said, I remember texting my wife. I texted her, I was like, how cool would it be to qualify for the games one more time? And at that moment, all I wanted to do was qualify, Yeah. And I've been in these shoes before where like my goal was to qualify, and I came here and had a weekend that I didn't want, or maybe wasn't proud of. And it was like the whole year, all of the highs were just tossed away with that attitude. And so like, while I might feel those same kind of feelings now, it's like I need to look back at the weekend at everything beautiful that happened and everything tragic that happened, and like recognize that there's a lot more to this life than just CrossFit, and be thankful for the whole spectrum of life, from black to white, and all the gray in between. Is like, that's the beauty of life, and I'm lucky to be able to live it.